up, guys. Big up, guys. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this was going to be yesterday. I was planning on doing this yesterday, and obviously, I did watch the game. Of course, I had to watch the game. But also, I decided to go out afterwards to sort of have a few drinks, basically, and get a bit happier because we sort of missed out in the end. But in a way, I'm not too bothered. I'm not that bothered. I kept saying before this, if we don't get Europe, it's no biggie for me. We're not really ready. Let's be honest. Also, the weather was great, by the way. Of course, it was really hot. And so I thought I'd get out, make the most of it, still while it was good. So yeah, went down the pub, had a few pints and stuff. Didn't get legless, so no. I could have done, but no. No, to be honest, as I say, I kept telling everyone we're not ready. We're not ready for Europe. It shouldn't happen. I'm not entirely bothered if we get it or not. I couldn't be asked. Don't give a toss, to be honest, because we are just not ready. I'm proud of the lads, though. Great performance yesterday. Really great performance. To get a draw there at Anfield, a point. Finished the season pretty well there. No defeat. And I thought we played pretty well. I mean, yes, we had to defend a lot to start with in this game. It was all Liverpool, pretty much. So yes, we had to defend really well. But I thought we played really well more in the rest of the first half, towards the end of that, and then more in the second half. I thought we were better there because we didn't start well again. Because we had the habit of that, not starting too great in a lot of games, to be honest. But yeah, I thought it was a really good performance, and we got a draw out. Yes, we could have won. We did have chances. We could have won, especially Dango Watara. He could have taken that chance at the end, headed wide. Well, yeah, in injury time, yes, we would have probably been we would have been in Europe if he got that in. If Kevin Schade had scored that chance as well at close range, and yes, he did score anyway. Wasn't a bad goal from him, to be honest. Good goal, but I'm still not sold on the guy. I think maybe he should be going. I really do. As I say, if he'd taken that other chance, a proper striker, a proper lethal striker in the box, would have tucked that one away. Yes, Alisson made a pretty decent save from close range, but no, he should have tucked that away. He should have finished that one, buried it. And then, yes, I think we would have won this. I think we would have got the 3 points and been in Europe, because as much as I don't really want it, still not really fussed about it anyway. It would have been incredible, an achievement, Keith Andrews' first season to get into Europe. Would have been amazing. It would have been incredible, yeah, sure. And maybe I could have got behind him more then as well, 100%, backing him, because I'm still not now. Because I don't think he's achieved anything. We got 9th before. We just equalled what we got before 9th. So that's not an achievement, really, when you think about it. Yes, we stayed up comfortably. We're still up. But when you look about it, you look at Sunderland, first season in the frigging Prem, Europe, in their first frigging season. What are we doing? We've been here 5 seasons now, and had chances to get Europe. We can never do it. Didn't even do it in the first season here in the Premier. We didn't get Europe. Sunderland are done it in their first frigging season in the Premier. You know, come on. I mean, yes, Chelsea is shit, and it's no surprise they beat Chelsea. Let's be honest, they are poor. Poor excuse of a team, to be honest, Chelsea, and that's no surprise. But let's see how Sunderland do in Europe. Their first, is it their first? Well, it's got to be their first time in Europe, I believe. They've never done it before, as far as I know. So yeah, well, congrats to them anyway, and obviously Bournemouth, Brighton, all in it. So yeah, well, yeah, so near and yet so far, you know. But again, we miss out. But let's do it again next season. Then let's see what Keith Andrews has got about him for next season. If he's really this good, we're going to find out next season, aren't we? And if he's not, I want him gone because I'm letting him off this season. It's his first full season, and yes, it's decent. It's good, a good first season. We weren't in relegation trouble. Well, I never thought we would be. Let's be honest. I never thought that. You know, I think quite a lot of Brentford fans never thought that either, that we'd be in relegation trouble. I never thought we'd be where we were. I just never thought that because Keith Andrews. But to do that is incredible. But yes, it's ninth again, and we've done it before, so no achievement for me. But I'm happy. I'm happy that we survived easily again, and well, I can't moan about that. Be up to you, Steph. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, my love. Morning, Steve. It's sad you didn't beat the Scousers yesterday. That late chance miss cost you Europe. Exactly, it did. It did, my friend, and it sure did. But yeah, as I say, I'm not totally fussed about it, Steph. Don't really give a toss as much really. We just aren't really good enough for it yet. Anyway, I want to see us out, you know, this next season, because apparently we're trying to build up the squad now. We're trying to get other players in. We're starting to get more in. Apparently, allegedly, we're looking at loads of players. So if we build up the squad for this season and get into the Europe in this next season, well, it might be worth it then. It might be good. But I don't think it's going to be easy again. I mean, I don't think this season's been great anyway for the Premier. I think it's been pretty poor standard this season in the Premier. Let's be honest. So, yeah, top 10 is decent though. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. I'm happy to get that. I'd rather be there than, you know, down near the bottom. Of course I am. Of course I would. And it's great, you know, to get top 10 again. But we've achieved it. We've achieved it ninth before. We've done it under Thomas. So it's nothing new, really. What I wanted to see here was Keith Andrews getting us into Europe. That really would have been an achievement. And then that might have quashed a few of the question marks I've got around him still. That I don't think he's really up to the job. But there we go. I'm happy to be surprised though and be proved wrong. Be up to you, Rich. Hope you're good, buddy. Be up to Steve and Steph. Yeah, be up to you. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. I mean, you obviously got a win yesterday. Brilliant. 3-0 against Brighton. Well done. Brilliant. Superb for you. And yeah, good stuff. Yeah, for both of you. Obviously, Steph, you're a United fan as well. So be up, Rich. And anyway, let's get into the review. It's a review. What am I talking about? Well, reaction, I suppose. I call it reaction. reaction review. Let's say that. But anyway, yeah. Right. So let's get into it. Right. So, oh, by the way, guys, I'm doing probably one sort of bigger stream later as well. It's going to be like a season review, obviously, like I always do every season. Really, now I do end of season review, and I'll be doing that and the transfer stream all in one because there's plenty more to talk about. Other players we're looking at, possibly making some bids, some offers. Possibly. So I'll be talking about all that later on, probably around, 4 or 5, something like that. Obviously, we're getting out in this great, it's going to be really hot again, the weather. So I'll be obviously out in that, out again today. So, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, back to this. Liverpool 1, Brentford 1. Sharda on target as Brentford secure top half finish at Anfield. Kevin Sharda's second half equaliser earned Brentford a 1-1 draw against Liverpool at Anfield as the Bees secured a 9th place Premier League finish. So equalled it basically, as I say, what we've achieved before, 9th place. Curtis Jones opened the scoring for the hosts before Sharda headed home to seal a point on the final day. Head coach Keith Andrews, I'm proud of everybody connected with the club. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you are. I am proud of the lads. I will say that. I am very proud of them. I thought they gave everything in the end. Didn't start well, and we had to defend really, really, really well against a very good Liverpool attack. Great. Well, yeah, you got to say great attack. Really, with Salah and Rio Engamar and so forth, very good attack. Even Gakpo, Gravenberch, they're all great. They were really good going forward, and Szoboszlai and everything. Salah at the post, as we all know, free kick. So, but he didn't score in his last game. So I think in a way I'm happy. And yes, I know it sounds bad, but we spoiled the party, basically. That's what I think. Because really, this was what it was. This was about Liverpool, about their, players leaving, Salah, Robertson, all going, So I think there'll be a few more maybe going as well, but we'll see. But yes, this was about them really. But I thought we were there. We were there as party poopers. I thought when the goal went in for them, it was probably about right because they had loads of attacks, loads of chances in that first half, especially. And I wasn't sure we was going to get an equaliser. To be honest, I thought Sharda when he missed that chance, close range. Because as I say, he's still one. I'm not still 100% on Kevin Sharda, and I don't think he's moved on. I mean, we might see he might stay for one more season. He may, and then we'll see if he does push on. But if not, I think he's got to go. If we get him one more season, he does nothing again. The guy's got to go. I'm sorry, he really has. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Though. I mean, maybe we are going to let him go. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, a lot of the time I see him, I don't think he can be asked. He looks like he don't want to be here at the Bees, and well, if that's the case, let him go. So anyway, Brentford secured a 9th place finish in the Premier League after Kevin Sharda's second half header and the Bees 1-1 draw against Liverpool at Anfield on the final day of the season. Curtis Jones had given the hosts the lead shortly before the hour mark, but Sharda responded soon after, stooping to head home following a deflected Keane Lewis spot across. And yes, it was a decent finish, a good diving header sort of thing, and low header, and Anderson could only push it into his net, really. yeah, so there we go. But yeah, the one with obviously Salah and Curtis Jones, I was hoping it might have been offside, but no. Salah had plenty of space to attack. But anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. Keith Andrews' side could even have left Merseyside with. Yeah, Keith Andrews' side could even have left Merseyside with all 3 points. Well, yes. As I say, we could have done. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, but we didn't, as usual. The finishing wasn't there, and I knew that's possible. And I knew we wouldn't finish. You know, there's a lot of times we don't finish our dinner, and I'm afraid it's happened again. We're just not clinical enough sometimes, I'm afraid. It's just, there we go. Where was Thiago again? Where was Thiago? But no goals again. After all them goals he scored all season, nothing yet again. So, I don't know, it's been disappointing from him the last few games as well, especially. So, I don't know. Had he run out of steam? I don't know. And some of his passing, he's left a lot to be desired as well. So maybe the jury is still out, despite 25 goals or whatever. Yeah. Needing a win to secure European qualification, the Bees carved out one final chance in stoppage time. When Vitaly Janelt's cross found Dango Vitara, great cross as well. What a cross! That's begging to be put away, I thought. That cross from Janelt. And Ouattara headed it miles wide. Shame. Absolute shame. Yes, he found Dango Ouattara inside the 6-yard box, but the forward's header flew agonisingly over the bar. Jordan Henderson started on his return to the club where he spent 12 years, captaining Liverpool to Premier League and Champions League glory. Sharda also returned to Brentford's lineup with Mikael Damsgaard named among the substitutes, and Yihya Yarmouk omitted from the matchday squad. Andy Robertson and Mohamed Salah were both named in Arne Slot's starting 11 for their final Liverpool appearances. The first chance fell to the hosts following Salah's short corner. Robertson's first time cross from the right was glanced goalwards by Ibrahima Konate, but his header was comfortably held by Caoimhin Kelleher. At the other end, Sharda nodded wide after Lewis Potter had lifted the ball in from the left. Salah swung his next corner into the box. Kelleher punched clear from almost underneath the crossbar before Nathan Collins blocked Rio Ngomara's follow-up effort. Salah was then denied by the woodwork. Matthias Jensen brought Ryan Gravenberch down on the edge of the box, and the Egyptian curled his free kick around the wall and onto the post before Gravenberch lashed over on the rebound. Moments later, Salah cut in from the right and forced Kelleher into a smart stop at his near post. Dominic Szoboszlai then drove into the box and saw his low shot skip narrowly wide of the far post. Kelleher launched himself to his left to palm away Gravenberch's fierce 20-yard effort after the midfielder had been picked out by Szoboszlai. Ngomara's curling strike from a similar range dipped just wide of the post as Liverpool continued to probe. We really had to sort of hang in there, his back's to the wall at one stage, so much to defend, keep them out, try and keep Liverpool out. It was, they were going close so many times. I thought the goal was really coming, and we done well to hold on to half time, I think, and to keep them out till the second half, I thought was great. I thought it was a really great performance in the end. Backs to the wall, brilliant. Despite the host's pressure, Brentford almost took the lead shortly before the break. Expecting a long throw from Michael Chiodi, Liverpool's players dropped back into their own box. The fullback instead went short, finding Janelt, who quickly shifted the ball onto Henderson. The midfielder's deep cross from the right was headed back across goal by Sepp van den Berg and then flicked on by Collins. The ball eventually dropped to Sharda, who tried to poke home from close range. But Anderson rushed off his line to make a scrawling save. As I say about that one, I think a real proper striker would have put that in. Sharda, he's not. I don't think still. I don't. There's still so much that's still not quite right with him. Not finished, and his attitude at times hasn't helped. Not giving a toss sometimes. I thought he looked a bit more on it. I thought he was a lot more on it probably in this game, but still should have finished. Still should have finished that. But then again, also, I think Alisson helped coming back. If they had Mamardashvili in goal, well, it might have been different. Might have been a different story. I think Mamardashvili wouldn't have saved that. He wouldn't have been wouldn't have done that, Alisson, and because Alisson's the top quality keeper. He's a great keeper, Alisson, as we all know. But I still think Sharda should have buried it. I really do. But anyway, let's move on. Slot's side broke straight up the other end. Szoboszlai crossed from the right, and Cody Gakpo's header was blocked by the recovering Coyote. Yes, again, you can say that at the other end, Cody Gakpo should have done better. I'm not totally sold on that guy for them. I never have been on Cody Gakpo. I think he's like a one-trick pony in a way. I knew probably he was never going to properly finish. He's never, so I think that was a safe bet for us that he wouldn't score, and that proved to be. So he probably should have done better, but there we go. I mean, as I say, Sharda should have done better up the other end. So there we go. And there's obviously the photos from it. Obviously, Salah, we know going, it's emotional. And of course, Robertson as well. So very, very emotional scenes at Anfield. The Egyptian king going. And it's great reception for Henderson as well. We all know he'd been there a while, captain at one stage there. And I was happy for him. I thought, I actually thought he'd done well as well, Jordan Henderson. I thought he had a really good game, to be honest, mostly. So, great for him to go back and got that great reception. Everyone loved him there, of course. Coming out onto the pitch there. And obviously Jan out there with Szoboszlai, Lewis Potter and the man himself, Salah, the Egyptian king. Sharda there with Kanate. Rio with Coyote. I thought what a player that young man is, Rio Ngamar. I really rate him. I think he's quality, top class. And be up to you, my friend. Be up to you, sir. James Dunlop. Brilliant. Great to have you in here, bro. Hi, Steve. You were unlucky not taking the 3 points yesterday. Overall, good season for Brentford. Yes, definitely, yeah. But, we missed out yet again. And we've only achieved 9th yet again, equalled that. But, in a way, I'm okay with it. I don't think we were ready for Europe. And it's proved like that. I think it's maybe the best thing. We're not going to have to play Thursday night and weekend, Thursday weekend, whatever. So it's not going to, in a way, it's going to help us because, and our squad is not ready for it yet either. Our team is not ready. I think it's better in the end. I think you lot obviously missed out as well, didn't you, Everton? So I think you did, didn't you? You didn't get it either. So I know it was, I think it was Bournemouth, wasn't it? Bournemouth, right? Obviously Sunderland. Amazing from them, first season in the Premier. To get Europe, incredible. But then again, they only had Chelsea, didn't they, to beat, and we know they're shit, Chelsea. So that was inevitable, really, I'm afraid. But yeah, I rate that young man, Rio Ingemar. I wish we had a player like him. I think he's superb. I really do. A great young player they got for the future there, especially. And he nearly did score, so close, just wide of the post. He shot. He was really, really dangerous all the game, and we done well to keep, to try and stop him most of the time. Coyote had to deal with him over there on the right, so was never easy. And there he is again with who's that there? Hickey, I think. Was that Hickey? Might be. Yeah, I think it's him. And obviously Curtis Jones scoring their goal there. And then Sharda scoring ours, the equaliser, the header. And the chance for Ratara. Right at the end where he should have scored, really. But there we go. I mean, yes, that's what happens. If you miss, you miss. It's a game of, fine margin sometimes. He heads that one in, he puts that one in. We're in Europe. He doesn't, we're not. And that's what happened. So, but it wasn't just down to him. As I say, others missed chances. As I say, Sharda, of course. Congratulations to Bournemouth, Sunderland and Brighton. Yes, for quality. So all those, yeah, I know. Yeah. Us and you lot missed out. Fulham also missed out. And of course, Chelsea. Yeah, and at least we can say we finished above Chelsea as well. So that's even better, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, Liverpool made a bright start to the second half. Robertson's cross was headed wide by Konate, while Salah's low strike after a string of passes around Brentford's box was pounced upon by Kelleher. The Bees then got forward. Ouattara drove inside, hurdling challenges from Virgil van Dijk and Alexis McAllister, and attempted to find the far corner. But his shot lacked the width needed and flew wide of the post. Brentford fell behind on 58 minutes. Gakpo's hooked pass released Salah down the right, and the forward picked out the oncoming Curtis Jones in the centre, who tapped into the net from a few yards out. Well, that was class from Salah, of course, but we gave him so much room down there, space. We were looking for, obviously, a goal. We were actually trying to go forward and attack and get goal and score. But, of course, we left it wide open for Salah, and you don't give somebody like him, even though it's not been a great season, we all know from him, it's not been his best, and he's, spoke out a lot about Slot and, about the team and so forth. He spoke out in the media. And, but you just can't leave him, let him go and have all that time and room and space to cross it. And it was a fantastic ball. And, easy for Jones there to put in. So, anyway, replaced by Aaron Hickey on the hour mark, returning hero Henderson was given a standing ovation from all four corners of Anfield, which he thoroughly deserved. Of course he does. He was amazing there, Jordan Henderson. I think he's been great for us pretty much all season. To start with, I didn't really want him at Brentford. I thought, well, no, why are we getting this guy? Surely he might be finished. He was abroad. He was playing for Ajax and so forth, and elsewhere. And I thought, well, surely he's not good enough anymore. 30 odd? He was obviously 34. Was he 34 at the time? 35, but might have been 35. So I thought, is he finished really? Is he over the top? I'm glad I was, proved wrong, because I didn't really want him here. But I thought he was amazing again. I thought he's been amazing this season. He still got it. I still don't think he should be playing for England. because I think there's more coming through. I know there's probably a big reason why Tuchel picks him, but I still don't think he should be there. I think you've got to have younger players coming through, and he's stopping that. Keep playing him. I don't know. I think there's probably the reason is, out with his experience and his, he's helping the lads, keeping them, going with the camaraderie and motivation and things like that. So I think that's probably the reason. But I don't know. For me, why should they need that? Obviously he's there for the younger players, to help them along, I guess. But I don't think they need that. He's playing maybe like a father role or something, for these younger players. But no, I still don't understand it. But anyway, it's great for him anyway to go to the World Cup. I'm very happy for him. Obviously, a Brentford player to be at the World Cup. That's amazing. Ex-Brentford players, of course, with Tony as well. Konza, Ollie Watkins. So, great for Ollie Watkins yesterday. 2 goals. He'd had a terrible start to the season. Didn't score many. Was looking bad. Not up to his best. But he finished it amazingly. What a great season in the end for Ollie Watkins. So, I think he got, is it 16 goals or something again? Was it 16? Something like that. Liverpool's lead was short-lived after the Reds failed to clear their lines following a Coyote cross from the right. Lewis Potter's delivery deflected off Jones and Sharda beat Allison with a stooping header. Needing a win to secure European football, the Bees pushed on for a second goal. Played in by Jensen, Igor Thiago's low cross narrowly evaded Ouattara at the back post. In the first of 10 additional minutes, substitute Damsgaard's free kick found Vandenberg in the penalty area. But the defender wasn't able to turn the ball towards goal. Paul Damsgaard was brilliant when he came on. I really do. Szoboszlai met Jeremy Frimpong's cross with a deft flick, but Kelleher made a routine save. After a lightning counter-attack, Szoboszlai found Florian Wirtz with an inch-perfect cross from the left, and Kelleher spread himself to make an impressive stop and keep Brentford in the game. Ouattara had a big chance to win it for Brentford at the death. Yeah, we all know, of course. He had out cross from the left. What's a great delivery. Superb cross. Amazing. Finding the forward in the 6-yard box, but his header flew over the bar as the Bees were forced to settle for a point at Anfield. So, yeah, that's what it was, I'm afraid. That's what we had to settle for. But anyway, Liverpool 4-3-3. This lineup, of course, Allison, Jones, Van Dijk, Canate. Gomez came on for him in the 89th. Robertson, Kirkies came on for him in the 83rd. McAllister, Szoboszlai, Graham Birch, Ngamoa, Wirtz came on for him in the 72nd. Gakpo, Salah, Frimpong came on for him in the 74th. Subs not used, Mamadashvili, Endo, Isak, Chiesa and Yoni. The Bees, of course, 4-3-3, also Kelleher, Yobi, Vandenberg, Collins, Lewis Potter, Nelson came on for him in the 89th. Yeah, well, what did he do? What did he really do, Nelson? No, nothing. What was the point of that? Janel, Henderson, Hickey came on for him in the 60th. Jensen, Damsgaard came on for him in the 83rd. Ouattara, Thiago and Sharda. Subs not used, Valdemarson, Pinnock, De Silva, Aya, Donovan and Furo. I was really gutted disappointed that Donovan didn't get a chance again. I thought he'd been really good this season. What I see of him this season when he's come on, he's a really good player. Furo as well, could have given him a chance. Why not? I would have actually I thought we could have brought him on for Thiago, who wasn't, I don't think, that fantastic again. and a lot of his passing was wayward, was not good enough, giving it away. I know one of them, he gave away a pass, a terrible ball, and they nearly scored from it. So that shows that, I don't know, maybe he's got to work on some of his passing, I guess, some of his, distribution, you could say. So, but anyway, yes, so it's a shame we didn't use some of the other players, some of the younger players as well, but, I suppose he felt he had to play our more experienced team, and we were looking for a win, and put the best team out, best team capable maybe of doing that. But anyway, Andrews on Anfield draw. Brentford head coach Keith Andrews shared his thoughts on the Bees' final day draw against Liverpool. It was a pretty emotional day, he said. We knew what we were striving towards and what we'd have to, and that we'd have to win the game. We did everything we could to try it and make that happen. That was never going to come in a way where we were reckless and too open from the start of the game. We gave everything to try and get that win. Unfortunately, we couldn't quite get it. On the 25-26 season as a whole, he added, I'm proud of everybody connected with the club. I felt the trust and belief grow and grow. It shouldn't be underestimated what we've achieved this year after a summer of so much change. We're very proud of what we've achieved. Everybody has put everything into it, and it's been a special season. Henderson, we gave everything this season. Jordan Henderson reflected on the draw against Liverpool as he returned to Anfield on Sunday. We came so close to finding a winner to get us into Europe, he said. That's the least that we deserve this season. We've given everything in the end. It's a tough one to take. Overall, we couldn't have given any more, players, staff and everyone involved in the club. The fans have been amazing for us as well, home and away. I'm disappointed for them, the players and the whole club, that we couldn't quite get over the line. Yes, exactly, but yes, it is in a way, but I'm okay with it. As I say, I'm fine. I'm not bothered that we didn't get Europe. It's no biggie for me because we're still not ready. I keep saying it, and I'll keep reiterating that fact. We are not ready for Europe, and we're going to see how other teams deal with it. That Bournemouth, Sunderland and Brighton, how are they going to get on in Europe? They've got to play in the week and at the weekend, weekend. Let's see how they deal with it, with their squads, I mean, the thing is, you look at Sunderland, they've got a great manager there, Regis Lebris. Very good team. Lefay, good player. Xhaka's still a good player. Robbie, very good player. They got so many good players there, Ballard and so forth. So, but they need still a bigger. They're going to have to add to that a bigger squad. They got to cope with the rigours of European football in the week, then Premier weekend, and also other cup competitions, Carabao Cup, FA Cup. They got to deal with all that as well. In a way, I'm okay with it. We haven't got to deal with all that. So obviously James again. Andrews will have a bigger challenge next season. Yeah, as long as you keep the majority of your key players and add to it. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's the thing, mate. Can we keep our key players? A lot of them, that is the issue. Can we keep the likes of Coyote? Even Damsgaard signed a new contract. A lot of the players have. Yannet has signed an extension. As I say, I'm not too bothered about Sharda. I think maybe it's time to go for him. He's not quite delivered. He got 8 goals this season, but, not enough. There's still times he went missing again and didn't do enough. And you know, I thought Ratawa's had a good first season for us, to be honest. He has done really well. Got a few goals. I think he's got about 8 as well. 8, something like that. So he's done quite well, to be honest, this season. Had a really good first season. Let's see how he does next season. Thiago, though, I was so disappointed with the last lot of games this season. I just don't know where he was, where he went to, where he disappeared. His passing hasn't been great either. Yes, it's still a great first season. What was it, 25 goals in his first full season? You can't moan at that, I guess. But I just ultimately he failed near the end, and that's it. I don't think he was good enough there. But we'll see if he pushes on again next season, if he gets to anything like this or better. I mean, maybe we haven't seen the best of him yet. He's taken time. He's had to get back from a really bad injury, and he missed the whole season with a bad injury. And he's come back for one season and been amazing. Yeah, it's been incredible. But at the end of it, he was found wanting. And I want to see him come back from that and see what he does. If that pushes him next season to get better again and do better again. So we're going to see that. We're going to see. But, if nobody buys, because apparently still a lot of teams want him. A lot of teams want Coyote. Even Chada, teams want Chada as well. So I don't know. It's a tricky one, but hopefully we will keep a lot of them. We're not going to do. I don't think it's going to be like a Visser Bramo scenario like we had before. Where they both went, as well as the manager, of course. So they both went big time. We lost our strike force for last season. Scoring all those goals. But then again, you see Visser and you think, well, that's no biggie, losing him. Who cares about him? He's a load of shit. But he is. I don't know. I mean, you had to thank Bramo for a lot of his goals, let's be honest. I never really rate Visser as highly as some people that he get loads of goals all the time. And yes, he got a load of goals mainly because of Visser. Because of Bramo, So yeah, So that's it. But anyway, yeah, I'm hoping we can keep on most of our team. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we're going to add to it. We're definitely looking at other players. There's definitely more going to come in. We've already signed Yannick Schuster, so hopefully we can add to that. Be up to you, Kev Flavin. And Kev, you must be over the moon, my friend. You must be over the moon. First season in the Premier, you got Europe. Well, incredible. Amazing. How could you not do that and we couldn't when we first come up, eh? Yeah. And when we've had at least a couple of seasons where we've been trying to get into Europe. You had one full season, you're in it. But then again, you had Chelsea, and I'm not belittling your achievement, but you had Chelsea, and they've been shit, mate. They've been absolutely shite, and it's not surprising you beat them at the end of the day, to be honest. But anyway, your form dip towards the end of the season cost you Europe in the end, but still been a good year for you, yeah. Even better for you, the end of it. So, big question for me, where does Iraola and Glasner go? Well, that is a big question. Yeah, where are they going to go? Two great managers, let's be honest, two amazing managers. That Iraola has got Bournemouth into Europe. You think, well, why is he actually going? Because he's got them into Europe, and that's incredible. Are they in No, not Champions League, or are they? Are they Champions League, or no? It might be Europa League. I think. I don't know. I think it's Europa League, maybe. But yeah, incredible there from him, Iriola. What a manager, great manager. I would have him here, to be honest, but unfortunately we got Andrew, so you know. But I think he'd be better than him. Iriola would probably be better than Andrews myself. Even Glasner, we'd have Glasner as well. But yeah, well, we see where they're going to go. Yeah, we'll wait and see on that one. Will they go abroad or will they go to another team in the Premier? You never know. Yeah, Kev again. Always fancied us to beat Chelsea. Well, I fancied you to beat them, to be honest. I'm buzzing, mate. Been an incredible season for Sunderland. Bring on the Europa League. Yeah. Yeah, see how you cope with it. Playing in the week, then playing at the weekend, Kev. Well, good luck with that one, buddy. And playing in the Carabao Cup, FA Cup. Let's hope you've got a big enough squad. Because that's what it takes. You know, it's all great. You get money in, and you got your clubs in Europe. You got all the top teams. Well, some top teams in Europe coming to your stadium. But yeah, good luck. Juggling all that. As James says, congratulations, Kev. Fair play to you guys. Yeah. I don't know whether. What do you think, James? Would you cope with Europe as well? I think? Well, you got a good enough manager, Moyes, and Moyes has won it. We all know that with West Ham. So, do you think you would have coped as well? I think your squad is fairly big, isn't it, Everton? I think you had quite a few players there, so I don't know. You might have coped with it okay. Kev saying thanks, James. Appreciate it. Yeah. So anyway, let's get on to the player ratings. And Kelleher, I thought had a good game. Really, I thought he was really great. A little bit shaky to begin with, slightly. One dodgy punch he went out, wasn't very good, didn't go far enough. But on the other hand, made some other really great saves and top saves, kept us in the game at times as well. Couldn't do nothing about their goal, So I thought he had a great game. I really do. I'm going to give him. I'll give him a 9. I still think he was great. The odd dodgy moment, one or two, but other than that, I thought he was superb. So a 9. He's been amazing for us all season. Glad to get him in, get rid of Flecken and get him in. Top goalie for us. It'd be interesting to see how he does next season as well. First full season as a proper number one, not behind somebody like Addison at Liverpool. He wasn't behind him now. He's got the full gig, the full job of number one for us. And he's top quality. I really do think he's quality still. And yes, a 9. I'm giving him a 9. Right, let's get on to defenders. And we'll start with Coyote again. I thought he was great again, Coyote. I thought he was better defensively this time again. Because a lot of the time he's been out, he can be out of position sometimes. And that's what I questioned about him. He gets out of position, he could be down the other end attacking a bit as well and lose it. But he's got the pace to get back. He can run all day. I call him Wiley Coyote because he can run all day. Because like Coyote has to keep running after Roadrunner and trying to stop him. So anyway, but no, I mean, I just think he's been amazing this season. I think, if anything, he has got to work on his positioning. He's still a young man, of course. What is he, 21? I think 21, 20, 21. Whether we can keep hold of him, that's the big question as well. A lot of teams are after him, want to pay big money. I know at one stage I heard Arsenal were after him as well. So, yeah, it's not going to be easy to keep hold of him. It really isn't. But if we do, I think we've got a chance, and we can do as good as we did this season, maybe better. I still think we've got a chance of winning a trophy at some stage. I really do. Probably a Carabao Cup or FA Cup, obviously, but yeah, I think if he stays, it'd be great if we can keep hold of him. I'm going to give him. I mean, he didn't do as much of them long throws as I'd hoped. I thought there were ideal opportunities where he should have done the big long throws in. Really tested Liverpool even more with the long throws, and he didn't. He didn't do that. But still a great performance. I'm going to give. I'll give him a 9. I will. I'll give him a 9. I still think he was pretty great defensively at times, especially that one where he blocked that header, stopped that header. I know the header should have been better from who was it, Gakpo, but he was there to stop it. At least he was back there, to stop the header. So I thought he was amazing. Yeah, I'll give him a 9. Yeah, our squad, James, our squad isn't strong enough, especially with key injuries. We need a good summer window, and there's a split. Of opinions on Moyes. Some want him out, and some still backing him. Well, yeah, I still think he's a great manager. But what do you think? Do you want to keep him there? Do you think he's still good enough to take you to maybe Europe again or something, or to win another trophy, win maybe FA Cup or League Cup or something? Do you think he's the man, or do you want somebody else? Would you take probably an Iriolo or a Glasner at Everton if you could, or someone else even, any other sort of manager? I mean, Thomas Frank's still out of a job, by the way, at the moment, I think, as far as I know. I think he is out of a job still, yeah. I haven't heard him going to any other sort of managerial role, so he's still available, Thomas Frank. But yeah, come on. I mean, look, Thomas went to Spurs, wrong choice, bad mistake. That's Spursy. They've only just stayed up. Look, I mean, I thought they were going to go down. I was hoping they would have gone down. But unfortunately, they stayed up. They won 1-0. Unfortunately, I mean, West Ham won 3-0, but still went down. So, Spursy, very lucky. And they were so happy about that. They were really celebrating that, weren't they? That they stayed up by the skin of their teeth. That's fucking Spursy for you, isn't it? But anyway, so, yeah, Michael Chiodi, 9. I thought we actually defended really well. I mean, we had to start with anyway, and we weren't great to start with. So I think our defending was great, and Vandenberg as well. I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I thought he was really great, really good. I mean, most of our defence were, and okay, that time when they scored with Salah, and we gave him a lot of space, but that wasn't down to one player in particular. It was because we were going forward trying to get a goal. So I wouldn't say our defence was a shambles there, but So I'm going to give him a 9 as well. Why not? It was the last game of the season. It's the end of the season. I'm going to be more generous, and I still don't know. I still don't know about this man, whether he is still really great, a really great player. But let's see how he does next season, and if he improves on what he's already done. So we'll see. But yes, I'm going to give him a 9. For me, Moyes gets next season. He's out of contract next summer. If he can get us where we want to be, then he gets an extension. Or if we do not push on, then Moyes has done all he could. Yeah, exactly true. Yeah, I still think he's a really good manager. I really do. So yeah, Vandenberg a 9. I'm amazed Pinnock didn't get a go either. I would like to see him. He didn't play much at all this season. Let's get to Nathan Collins, our captain. Actually had a good game as well. I thought he was really good in defence, really one of his better defensive performances. So no issues with him either. I thought he was really good, and no bozo moments between him and Kelleher or anything like that this time. So yeah, I'll give him a 9 as well. Yeah, a 9 for Collins. I bet you're anyone wondering who the man of the match will be. Don't worry, we're going to get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. There is a man of the match, but not yet. Or is there? I'm going to leave that up to you. It might be. It might be one of these. So yeah, Hickey came on. He done okay. He was decent. I don't know exactly where his position was when he came on, but I think he almost had a free roll around at the back or whatever, or in midfield even. I'll give him. I don't think he really affected it too much. I'll give him a 6. Because I don't think he done enough. I know, end of season you should get, but no. If he hasn't done much, I mean, what? I'll tell you what, I'll give him a 7. I'll be more generous, give him a 7. Yeah, 7. Right, midfield. Jordan Henderson, I thought was really good. I thought he had a really good game, coming back to his old team, of course. His usual steady game, good, sometimes some good passing. I don't think he was as outstanding as he has been at times this season. I mean, I think he has had some sort of injury or illness or something recently, so hasn't been quite at his best. So, what I'll say is I'll still give him an 8. I still think he was really good though, so an 8. Matthias Jensen, I thought was a great game again. Really, I thought he was really good. He has had a great season. We're going to see if he's going to get a new contract and extension. Hopefully he does. I thought he's been brilliant this season. Let's keep him really and see how he does. Hopefully he can push on next season as well. So I think he should get a contract extension. I hope he does, along with Rico Henry. Obviously, those two. Obviously, the only thing with Rico Henry, we need another top quality left back for cover for him because of his injury. He's injury prone, as we know. Rico Henry. So unfortunately, we do need another top quality left back. But I think we're looking at that situation. I think we're going to sort that out. I think we're going to get another left back in. So yeah, I think that'd be sorted. Get those two tied up to new contracts, and there we go. So I'm going to give him an 8. Matthias Jensen. Yeah, I thought he was really good. An 8. Very good game again. One of his best seasons for a while, I think. Maybe he's looking for the new contract. That's why he's done so well this season. But, obviously Yarmouth didn't play this time, surprisingly. Damsgaard came on, I think. Did he come on or was he on from the start? I think, no, he did come on, didn't he? So, he came on. And I thought he was amazing when he came on, to be honest. Yeah, he was definitely, he wasn't on from the start, surprisingly. I thought he was superb when he came on. Made a lot of things happen, passes, crosses, everything going forward. And it's going to be between him and probably him and Janel, actually, who I thought was both great, him and Janel. And that cross at the end from Janel was superb and should have been put away. Yeah, this is tricky, but I'm going to give Damsgaard a 9. I thought he was superb when he came on. Amazing. A 9. And yes, and Janel, as I say, well, yeah, he had a great game, and sometimes I've questioned him that whether he is decent, whether he's good enough for us to why we gave him a new contract. Is he good enough? He's been here a while now, but I thought he had a really good season, to be honest. And I mean, most of it's been spoilt through injuries. He's been injured at times, and that's not good. But I think it's probably one of his better seasons, and shown what he can do. Because he has played for Germany, I believe, hasn't he? He's got into the German team. So yeah, I think he's been really good, and I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I'm going to make him man of the match this time. I'm making him man of the match, especially for that cross. Man of the match. Yeah, now for me with 9. So that's. I think that was about it there. Lewis Parr, I think he was a left wing back again here, as usual. I still don't think why he's at the back. Although, yes, that I did make that great tackle, didn't he, on Salah inside the penalty area when Salah was in pretty much inside there, and he got an incredible tackle in on him. Actually, it was one of his better things at the back, because I don't think he's a left wing. I don't think he's a defender at all. He's better when he's forward, left wing, left sided. I do think he's a top quality player. I do rate him. And it's not his fault, to be honest. Let's be honest, Andrews is playing him there. So for me, I still thought he had a good game. I'm going to give him an 8. And that tackle as well, to stop Salah. I thought that was brilliant. So, yeah, I'll give him an 8. But play him in his proper position, Andrews, Play him up front. Reece Nelson, no. No, came on, 89th minute, done nothing again. Because there was still 10 minutes to play of injury time. So he done nothing in that. No. But I'll be generous and give him a 5. That's all he's going to get, coming on as sub 5. He's going back to Arsenal, so good riddance, I think. Good riddance. I'll drive him back. Sharda, I thought was one of his better games. He's been not great recently. I thought he'd done really well. Should have scored with that close range effort, though. Close range, should have put it away, but really good save by Ederson. Great save, but still should have scored. I'm going to give him an 8, because I think he was at his best this time. He scored a very good goal as well, the equaliser. So an 8 for him. Again, Thiago, no, I don't know what's happened with him. Passing was poor. Give it away a few times. One of them he gave away, they nearly scored from. Did put himself about a bit. He was still around there, still trying to do something, I guess. But I don't think he was that great again. But I'll give him a 7. And his lack of goals now recently hasn't helped. So I don't know. Let's hope he pushes on next season, though. Overall, he's had a great season, and I will talk about that when I do the review. When I review the season, which will be later on. I'll go into how well he's done. But the last part of the season, he hasn't been at it. I don't think. I really don't. So chances have dried up. He hasn't done enough. So 7, he's lucky to get that probably. Yes. So who's the last one? Watara. I still thought he had a great game with Tara. I mean, the thing is, he should have scored, though. He was dangerous pretty much throughout the game in a way. I thought he was really good. But, yeah, that final effort, the chance, he should have really got on target and, well, could have scored and we would have got into Europe. But at the end of the day, it's not bad. That's nothing for me. I'm not too bothered. I still thought he had a really good game. I'm going to give him an 8. He was thereabouts. He was really good and good attacking with a lot of intent. So yeah, an 8 for me. So there we go. That's the final player ratings of the season. Well, for the final game, I'll do an overall one on the review later on. As I say, I think that may be around 4 o'clock. I'm going to do. It's going to be the review of the season, the whole end of season, and talk about the awards as well, player awards, and transfers. So it's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big stream. Maybe nearly 2 hours. You never know that one. So that's going to be a really big stream later on. So because I'm going to get out in that hot weather again, that good weather. Why not? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. It's been over an hour actually. This one. So. But follow me on Insta, Mr. B for Life 182, and Discord, I'm on there, Steve the B. And subscribe to Mr. B, High the Football Chat. Please keep smashing those likes and keep subbing. Guys, it's much appreciated. Brilliant. Keep doing that. Really do appreciate your support. Brilliant. I think I'm still on 237, but we can keep that going up. That'd be great, guys. Get me up to 250. You've been great the whole season. Everyone, your support that follows me most of the time, or nearly all the time. Thank you. You've been great. Thanks to everyone that's been in the live chat, of course, today, James and Kev, Steph and Rich, all been in the live chat. Yeah, thanks to you guys, and thanks to everyone that's been watching live or on playback. As I say, I'll be back later at 4. Finally, my thoughts on this game. Final thoughts. Well, it was good. I'm happy with a point. I'm happy to get something out of the game. It's not Europe, and as I say though, I'm not too bothered. It doesn't bother me. And there are probably a lot of other Brentford fans that feel the same. We've had still a very good season. I'm still not totally behind Andrews. I will come out and say that again until I see what he does next season. We've achieved 9th, which we got under Thomas, equalled that. So that's no major achievement, but we're safe, really safe and stable for another year in the Premier. So brilliant, guys. I'm very happy with that. And overall, it's been a very good season. I think that actually, when you think about those draws and stuff, cost us, spoiled it. Too many draws near the end. Cost us that. If we got 3 points from some of them, we turned them into 3 points, maybe. Maybe we've been securely into Europe, but as I say, that's not the be all and end all for me. Europe, anyway, we're not ready. We're still not ready. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to bounce and enjoy the rest of the day. I'll be back at 4. Until the next one, guys, I'm out of here. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, guys. Bye.